Hey, what's up guys? It's Jesus here with the Van Bros, and today we're going to be doing a deck profile on, the sleeves kind of gave it away and so did the thumbnail and title, but we're going to be doing a deck profile on MLB. Ironically enough, we did a deck profile earlier, but I found the sauce to build MLB. A lot of people actually have been catching on to it, and so I wanted to share the video, but right now, let's go over the ride line. So, Wingle Brave does the same shit every other starter does. Marin, when it's rode upon, when a grade 2 blaster rides on top of it, look at the top 7 to add a grade 2 blaster. If you whiff, you can call Wingle Brave to the back row, and that's pretty much it. Grade 2, we run Blaster Blade The Vanguard. This is where it kind of strays away from other deck profiles, but not really, because again, I've been seeing deck profiles run this as a grade 2, and it makes sense. So what you're sacrificing by not using Blaster Blade or Blaster Dark is it's pretty much just a draw. You're sacrificing drawing into through an extra drive, or you're sacrificing getting a draw if your opponent didn't have a rear guard to retire. Neither of those things is guaranteed, because your opponent, one, can deny you counterblast if they see a Wingle Brave and they don't want to deal with a twin drive Blaster Dark, or they have a rear guard on the field and now your Blaster Blade is just retiring something and you don't draw. The Blaster Blade The Vanguard, on place, Energy Blast 3, you retire a rear guard, boom, you get your retire. The big thing is the fact that by the time that you ride into your MLB, he'll already be at 18k base when he's swinging. If you're able to absorb both Blaster Blade and Dark, even better, but if you only have one of the two pieces, then at the very least he's still swinging for 18 on that initial attack. Now, if you think I'm gonna miss out on being able to do Blaster Blade The Vanguard 4 times, the deck is not gonna survive that long, so like BFFR, not necessary. So that's the ride line. The best thing too is the fact that you're not actually missing out on doing MLB multiple times just because all your pieces are in the deck. Now we have MLB. I've never done the profile here in the channel, but he's old enough where like most people kind of know what he does, but just in case, on swing, you can absorb a Blaster Blade to retire something on the field. You can absorb Blaster Dark to gain drive +1. Inherently, Blaster Dark is a better option to retire or to absorb, and he can do either or. He does as much as he can. And then if you have both, he is a 15k attacker with 1 crit, but again, if you have Blaster Blade The Vanguard, he will raise MLB's power to 18, and that's as a continuous. We have 3 copies of Blaster Blade The Vanguard. Very, very important card. You're going to want to actually mulligan for this card because you want to see it in your hand by the time you do MLB for the first go-around. But when he's in hand and he sees MLB attack, you bind MLB, ride this on top for a counter blast, and he can swing again. At the end of the battle, you rewrite MLB. It's funny because before the errata, you could actually do multiple in one turn, but now you can only do one. It's not a problem, and it's actually kind of strong, and it makes your opponent have to think about how they guard, because it's now a, well, I hope you don't have it, situation with this guy. Then obviously, because this is MLB, we run our Blaster Blade, 4 of them, and we run our Blaster Dark, again, 4 of them. These guys make the deck function. Without these guys, the deck doesn't function, so we're maxing out on them. These guys, kind of shit, but you have to run them to make MLB work. Blaster Blade, probably one of the worst blasters in the game, but you have to run it. Blaster Dark still is actually kind of better. So yeah, we're running those. And then obviously, because it's a blaster deck, we're gonna play 4 copies of Emmeline. Emmeline is really good because on plays from hand, you Soul Blast 1, look at the top 5, add a blaster to hand for a discard, or you could just call it to a rear guard circle. If she sees a blaster swing, she'll gain 5k. So ideally, you'll have your Blaster Blade swing, MLB swing, Blaster Blade The Vanguard swing. So she's seen 3, so she's gonna hit by herself for 25k. Every Persona row, 35, which is beautiful. We run the Ace unit because why not? You need to run something, and the Ace unit's actually really nice because on place, you look at the top 7 for Energy Blast 3, and you call it to rear. So the reason why is just so that you have your Blaster Blade in dark, so that MLB can function. Another thing too is that she'll give one of the units resist, so if you call Emmeline, kind of sucks because you can't do her skill, but you can still give her resist so that she survives to the opponent's turn and you have another beater for next turn. But yeah, she's actually pretty decent and can hit for pretty decent numbers. 25k easily, especially if you have a full field. Now usually you'll want to swing with her first before MLB absorbs so that you don't have to deal with having an empty field, and now she's only swinging for 20 instead. And then we run 4 copies of Ordeal Dragon. Ordeal Dragon is a 13k booster, as well as a pretty much a searcher. He's kind of like Wingle Brave, the V version of Wingle Brave mixed with Little Sir Gown. At the end of the battle that he boosts or attacks, you put him into the soul with the top 7 to add a blaster to hand. Very, very good, especially if you can do it before MLB swings, so that you always have a chance to get this guy if you don't. So he will search that out more than usually you'll get something, or he'll search out your Persona Ride. I run 2 copies of Cordelia. I'm not the biggest fan of Cordelia early game. Cordelia late game is actually very decent, mainly due to the fact that she makes the 4 attack deck into a let's see, swing, new column, swing with the Vanguard, and then swing with the rear guard. So 2 Vanguard swings, this is 5 attack deck, so not bad at all. She gives some boosts to grade 2, so again, pretty decent as well. It can make Emmeline a pretty big booster if she's in the back row, but you know, it's all depending on how the game goes. For perfect guards, could be any perfect guards. I just run the Ashros because it stays in theme of Shadows and Royals. And then the trigger lineup is 1 blue because you're doing multiple Vanguard swings, so blue is, I think, the way to go. So for the front triggers, I would suggest running more copies of this. Shield value is very important. Over this, I just have these in a different deck, but again, these also work. It's funny how much soul you generate. It's like you're playing like Dark or regular, but yeah, run 3 copies of Alpac. She's definitely way better than the Nun. Then we are running 8 critical. I'm sorry if it's cut off. And for heal, the Regalis piece of choice is Fire Regalis because it searches out your Blaster Blade or Dark. Again, all the other cards, just make sure that your MLB can swing, so this card does it. It's also a good discard target for Write Up. And then I run 4 copies of the Wisdom Order. The Wisdom Order because I want to draw into my pieces as well, and if I have to call something, I might as well have stuff in hand to call, and a lot of this stuff works out being called from hand. So she's just good for a draw 2, for a counter blast. If we had the Nebula Knight's Order, that would be what this is, but Bushiroad is fucking inadequate, and so we'll probably never get that order until like 2026 for Festival Booster. So if you're waiting out, hope for that order, 2026 Festival Booster along with a 0 promo. But before I get angry, this is the deck profile. Sorry if some of it is cut off. I'm trying something with a fucking camera angle. But guys, like, subscribe. I have my socials down below and also in the little bottom area here. And yeah, thanks you guys for watching. And make sure to like, subscribe. I already said that. Share the video with fucking somebody. Bye.